You ever notice something? A man like Thomas Shelby doesn't need to shout. He doesn't rush. He doesn't explain himself. And yet, everyone in the room adjusts when he walks in. Voices drop, eyes track him. Not out of fear, but out of respect. That isn't TV magic. That's what it looks like when a man turns his pain into presence. When his scars stop being baggage and start being armor. And here's the truth nobody told you growing up. You've got your own war. Different battlefield, same wounds. Rejection, breakups, family drama, feeling invisible in rooms where you should matter. You think that's what's holding you back. It's not. It's the raw material of your aura. If you stop running from it, in this video, I'm going to break down exactly how to build that silent, unshakable aura. The kind that makes people feel you before you speak. We're not talking about acting tough. We're talking about becoming untouchable from the inside out. If you're tired of being ignored, overlooked, or underestimated, stay with me. This might be the most important 35 minutes you give yourself this year. Before we move further, tap like and subscribe to Dark Mind 999 for weekly deep dives on dark psychology, stoic control, and real-world communication power. Your support tells the algorithm to keep pushing these tools to people who need them. Let's dive in. Chapter 1, Pain into Power, the real origin of aura. Thomas Shelby's aura wasn't stitched in a fancy suit. It was forged in war, loss, betrayal, grief. Every trauma became a sharp edge. Every memory that should have broken him became a reason he couldn't afford to break. Now bring that to your life. You might not be walking out of trenches, but you've got your own battlefield. The breakup that shattered your confidence. The parents who never believed in you. The job that fired you like you were nothing. The friend who betrayed you. Most people take that pain and do two things. They numb it or they hide it. They drown it in scrolling, junk food, hookups, distractions. They pretend they're fine while their life is quietly burning. Aura begins when you stop doing that. You don't have to like your past. You just have to own it. Say it out loud in your mind. Yeah, that happened to me. It hurt, but it also built me, and I'm not running anymore. Pain you deny controls you. Pain you face becomes your fuel. The people you respect the most, the ones who feel unshakable, they've suffered, they just refuse to stay broken. If this is hitting you, I want you to remember one sentence. My pain is not my prison, it's my proof I survived. That's where aura starts. Chapter 2, Stillness in Chaos, the Shelby Calm. Most people in 2025 are emotionally allergic to discomfort. Traffic, delays, annoying coworkers, one bad comment, they explode instant reaction. Shelby is the opposite. Chaos hits. He slows down, lights a cigarette, not because it looks cool, but because he's calm, controlled, calculating. In a world where everybody's loud, the quiet man is terrifying. That's what you're going to build. Next time someone pushes your buttons, a boss disrespects you, someone talks over you, a partner throws a passive-aggressive jab, your instinct will be to defend, explain, attack. Don't. Pause. Breathe in slowly. Lock your eyes or calmly look away. Let the silence hang. Most people can't handle silence because they can't control it. They panic. They overtalk. They overexplain. Your calm exposes their chaos. You're not being passive. You're being deliberate. Stillness isn't weakness. Stillness is you telling the world, I decide how I move. Not you. Not your tone. Not your mood. Practice this in small moments. When your order is wrong, when your sibling annoys you, when your friend flakes on plans, instead of sending that angry paragraph, wait, instead of blowing up. Observe your aura is built in those micro moments. The world is loud. You will stand out by being deeply, confidently quiet. Chapter 3, The Attention Trap, Why You Feel Invisible. If you're between 15 and 30, you grew up in an attention-obsessed America. Everything is about views, likes, followers, clout. People are screaming online for validation and wondering why nobody respects them offline. Shelby doesn't chase attention. He pulls it. Not because he's begging for respect, but because he genuinely doesn't need it. And that's the paradox most men never understand. The moment you stop trying to prove yourself and start quietly building yourself, you become a threat. Think about your own life. You ever notice the loudest guy in the room is usually the weakest? The one flexing his car payments, his fake business, his rented lifestyle? Real aura doesn't need marketing. You feel it in the guy who shows up on time, keeps his word, doesn't talk about the grind, just lives it, doesn't brag about women, just respects them and moves on. You want people to notice you? Stop chasing the spotlight. Start chasing substance, less posting, more building, less look at me, more watch what I become. From today on, I want you to remember, you're not invisible because you're not loud enough. You're invisible because you're not focused enough. Fix that, and people will start feeling your presence before you even open your mouth. Chapter 4, aura is earned in the hours no one sees. Aura is not genetics, it's not height, jawline, or bank account. Aura is repetition. It's what you do when nobody's checking on you. Shelby wakes up with intention, mission, direction. Most guys wake up, grab their phone, scroll TikTok or Instagram for an hour, and then wonder why their life feels empty and anxious. Aura can't survive in distraction. If your day is just wake up, scroll, complain, distract, sleep, you are literally training your brain to be weak. So here's your first real assignment. Set one non-negotiable, not 10. 1. It might be, every day I lift weights for 30 minutes. Or, every night I read 15 pages. Or, I journal every morning for 10 minutes before touching my phone. This becomes sacred. This becomes your anchor. Because when you do something consistently, regardless of mood, you start trusting yourself. And self-trust is the foundation of aura. You train when you don't feel like it. You shut your mouth when gossip starts. You study when everyone else is wasted on a Friday night. That's not boring. That's how killers are made in the real world. You want to be dangerous in life. Dangerous in a good way? Become the man who quietly executes while everyone else talks. Aura is born in discipline, not dopamine. Chapter 5. Leveling up will cost you people. Here's the part you don't see in aesthetic edits on TikTok. Building aura will cost you relationships, friends, sometimes family, people you thought were permanent. Why? Because when you level up your standards, your presence makes lazy people uncomfortable. They'll say, you've changed. You're so distant now. You're obsessed with work. Good. They're right. You have changed. You were never meant to stay at the level they settled for. Shelby doesn't beg anyone to stay. He doesn't beg for love. He doesn't chase validation. Neither should you. You have to be willing to walk alone for a while, going to the gym alone, working on your business alone, studying late while everyone else is partying. Aura isn't built in crowds. It's built in isolation. Think of it like this. You're not losing people. You're just outgrowing rooms where your future can't fit. If someone only liked the version of you that was weak, broke, constantly available, always joking, they don't get access to the version of you that's focused and rising. You are allowed to evolve. You are allowed to tighten your circle. You are allowed to choose peace over company. Your aura will scare some, but it will deeply, deeply attract the right few. If you're still here right now, you're not like most people. Most clicked away, 60 seconds and attention span gone. But you're still listening, still processing, and that tells me something important about you. You're done being background noise. You're done being the forgettable one. So I want you to mark this moment. Drop a comment right now. I'm done playing small. Not for the algorithm, for you to mark the exact moment you drew a line in the sand and chose evolution. And if you're new here, and this message feels like it's talking directly to you, hit subscribe. This channel isn't about hype, it's about transformation. I don't want you to just feel motivated for 10 minutes. I want your entire identity to shift. Now let's go even deeper. Chapter 6, the mission principle. Why men like Shelby don't drift. There's one thing that truly separates men with aura from men who just look good in pictures. Mission. Shelby wakes up with a mission. Flawed, messy, dark sometimes, but a mission. Most guys today, they wake up with nothing. They're not working toward anything specific. They just want to be rich or want respect or want a girlfriend. Vague desires create a vague life. Aura needs a direction. Your mission doesn't have to be perfect or grand, it just has to be real. Maybe your mission is, I'm going to turn my body into something I'm proud of in 12 months. Or, I'm going to get out of debt and build a $10,000 emergency fund. Or, I'm going to become the most reliable man in my family. When you live with a mission, your decisions simplify. Should I go out and get wasted tonight? Well, does it move me closer to my mission? Should I argue back and forth in the group chat? Does that serve my mission? Suddenly, your energy stops scattering in 100 directions. It starts stacking in one direction. That focus, that quiet, relentless focus, is what people feel as aura. You're not just existing, you're aimed. Chapter 7, Boundaries Without Barking. Shelby doesn't give 10 speeches about his boundaries. He doesn't spam long texts about how he deserves to be treated. He just lives his standards. We live in a world where everyone overshares. Everyone is explaining, justifying, begging to be understood. Aura is the opposite. You don't beg people to treat you right. You decide how you treat yourself. You decide what you tolerate, and you enforce that quietly. Examples. Someone talks to you with disrespect. You don't match their energy. You don't start screaming back. You say calmly, I don't like the way you're talking to me. If it continues, I'm done with this conversation. And then you follow through. A friend constantly cancels on you last minute. You don't write a dramatic essay. You simply stop rearranging your life for them. A partner keeps crossing the same line. You don't threaten. You make one thing clear. This doesn't work for me. If it keeps happening, I'll have to step away. Aura is quiet enforcement. No tantrums, no begging, no endless back and forth. You know what you stand for. You communicate it once, maybe twice. And after that, your actions do the talking. The more you respect your own boundaries, the more the world starts respecting yours. Chapter 8, Broken but Moving. The truth behind the aura. Here's the twist the edits never show you. Thomas Shelby is powerful, but he's also broken, traumatized, haunted, full of demons he never fully escapes. And still, he moves forward. That's what makes him compelling, not his perfection, his resilience. So don't confuse aura with having everything figured out. You don't need a perfect past. You don't need to erase your mistakes. You don't need to be over everything that hurt you. You just need to keep walking. Aura is, I've been through hell, and I'm still here. It's the guy whose anxiety is real, but he still shows up to work. The guy who feels like an imposter at the gym, but still finishes his workout. The guy who's scared to start the business, but opens the laptop anyway. You are not less of a man because you feel pain. You're human. Aura is how you carry that pain, not with bitterness, not with self-pity, but with a quiet, heavy kind of grace. Your scars aren't something to hide. They are proof that you didn't die when life hit you hardest. That's what makes you magnetic. Not just your smile, not your style. The fact that you've suffered and kept your soul. Chapter 9, Silence, Focus, Discipline. The core of untouchable aura. Let's strip this down to the core. Aura is not fake alpha energy, posing, shouting, playing the villain for clout. Aura is silence, focus, discipline. Silence. You don't overshare. You don't tell everyone your moves. You don't explain your every decision. You move, then let results speak. Focus. You're not trying to impress everyone. You're not trying to win every argument online. You pick a direction and go. Discipline. You keep doing the work when motivation dies. You keep promises to yourself. That combination is rare. Most men are loud and scattered. You will be quiet and precise. You don't need to announce that you're different. You'll just live differently, wake up earlier than you want to. Push one more rep than you like. Stay calm one more moment than feels comfortable. Say no to one more instant gratification you normally say yes to. Stack these choices for 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. Watch what happens to your posture, your eye contact, your energy. That is aura. Chapter 10, From Background. Noise to main character. If you're still here, you're not here by accident. You were meant to hear this. You were meant to be reminded that you're not some side character in your own story. You've spent enough years being the funny friend, the backup option, the person people call only when they're bored. That version of you expires now. From this point on, you move differently. You speak less. You think sharper. You move cleaner. You stop chasing people who don't value you. You stop performing for attention. You stop apologizing for wanting more. Next time you walk into a room, school, work, gym, a party, a family gathering, I want you to remember one thing. You're not trying to be Thomas Shelby. You're not copying a fictional character. You're doing something far more powerful. You're finally becoming you, the version of you that was buried under fear, noise, and distraction. Your pain is now your fuel. Your silence is now your weapon. Your discipline is now your armor. If this hit home, don't just click away and forget it. Replay this when you feel yourself slipping back into old habits. Drop a comment declaring what you're changing first. Share this with the one person in your life who needs to hear it, and if you haven't yet, subscribe. Not because I need the number, but because you know you need this kind of voice in your ear more than another mindless video in your feed. This isn't a channel for everyone. It's for the few who are done being soft, done being invisible, and ready to become untouchable. Now get up, fix your posture, calm your breathing, and walk back into your life like a man who finally knows his own power. Because from today, you don't borrow aura from a TV character, you carry your own. If this helped you take back control in tough conversations, tap like and subscribe to Dark Mind 999 for weekly deep dives on dark psychology, stoic control, and real-world communication power. Your support tells the algorithm to keep pushing these tools to people who need them. I appreciate you being here. Stay steady, stay clear, and I'll see you in the next one.